I'm telling Babylon. I'm telling Babylon. I'm telling Babylon. You let everybody get a turn. When the angels come, I'ma scream, let her burn. You let everybody get a ride. Did you really think God was gonna let it slide? You let everybody get a turn. When the angels come, I'ma scream, let her burn. You let everybody get a ride. Did you really think God was gonna let it slide? Her name is Babylon. I call her Babs for short. She has a lot of lovers. She lets them pass her port. She has a love affair with every foreign nation. She has a favorite wine. Its name is fornication. She has a purple robe. She has a pearly necklace. And if you worship Caesar, she'll give you worldly blessings. She's insatiable. She cannot hide her passion. Last week, somebody said she rides a dragon. I know it's crazy, but the question is, why she had to put a crown upon its 7 heads? And it's even deeper, I had to peep the madness. She made war with the saints that tried to keep commandments. And since she killed the righteous and won't let me be, when she burns, it won't be from an STD. Bodies everywhere, both man and beast. And on that day, the birds are gonna have a feast. You let everybody get a turn. When the angels come, I'ma scream, let her burn. You let everybody get a ride. Did you really think God was gonna let it slide? You let everybody get a turn. When the angels come, I'ma scream, let her burn. You let everybody get a ride. Did you really think God was gonna let it slide? Show me the finest girl. Babs is just as pretty. Her name is Babylon. The girl is such a mystery. Yeah, she's been that way since we were little kids. She nicknamed me Mark like I was 666. She said, you want my number? I said, you high as hell. She said, you need my number or you can't buy or sell. She said, take my number. I know that I can't make you, but I'm espoused to Christ and I'm staying faithful. Isaiah had a vision. He saw the elevation. Jesus preached the gospel. John had a revelation. Her lovers hated Babs, so they burned her up. What's upside down, the Lord could always turn it up. You let everybody get a turn. When the angels come, I'ma scream, let her burn. You let everybody get a ride. Did you really think God was gonna let it slide? You let everybody get a turn. When the angels come, I'ma scream, let her burn. You let everybody get a ride. Did you really think God was gonna let it slide? I'm telling Babylon. 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 Come on,
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, y'all. Shalom.
All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Sabbath. Man, again, like I just told you, man, it's definitely good seeing you, brother, man, for sure.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
Man, you go ahead and say what you need to say before I get started, brother.
Kind, y'all. Just want to say shalom, man. Shalom to the 12 tribes that scattered abroad. Glad that this Sabbath day is here, as usual. Glad to have my brother back on here with me, man. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go through his own spiel. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just letting y'all know, letting him know. Yeah, glad to be back on here with you, brother.
Khan, likewise. Definitely is all praise to the Most High that I'm back for today to do a lesson. The Most High put in my spirit to go ahead and do this, and I'm very proud that the Most High allowed me to do it. All right, so everybody may know or don't know. 2 weeks ago, on a Friday, I was me and my wife got done watching the class on Friday from the brother Yashawan and the brother Debat. So that night, we got done watching it. My wife was like, "Let's watch a movie." So I'm like, "Cool, let's watch a movie." So we watched the movie. My wife wanted her foot to be rubbed, so I was rubbing her foot in the midst of us watching the movie. We just talking, kicking it, just watching the movie. And then all of a sudden, I felt a dizzy spell kick in real heavy. And with that spell kicked in real heavy, my eyes were started to cross. And I could feel it. So I asked my wife, I said, "Hey, is my eyes crossing?" And so she like, "Yeah." And so try not to get emotional. I don't know why it's happening like that, man. But so in the meantime, I get that spell. I fall to the side. So my wife, she comes to check my blood pressure, and she like, "Your blood pressure low." Then she checked my heart rate. My heart rate is low. So in the midst of all this, I'm like in another zone. I'm in another zone. And I can feel the spirit like moving away from me. I could feel it. And I had my eyes closed. My wife, I can still hear everything in the background. I hear my wife say, "I'm about to go upstairs and grab some salt water, and I'm going to go upstairs and grab a cold rag." So in the meantime, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I just feel I'm going to the left. I'm getting pulled. I'm getting pulled. And it was a very, very smooth, peaceful feeling I was feeling. And it was like, I can't even describe it. It was just very peaceful. That's all I could say. The most peacefulest moment I was in. But I can hear my background. My background is not even interesting to me at all right now at this moment. But I hear her. I hear her come back downstairs. She lifts my head up. She tells me she lift my head up, and she put the water in my mouth. She said when she grabbed my arm went limp. So she had to lift my head up and pour the salt water in my mouth. And I went back down. So when she was trying to talk to me, she said I was slurring. But in the midst of me, I'm talking to the Most High in my mind, like, all praises. I'm just giving them praises. Just constantly giving them praises. Glory and honor. Thank you, Father, for all you have done. So I hear my son come in the room. My oldest son came in and said, "What's wrong with Dad?" My wife told him, like, "Hey, y'all leave the room for right now." So I'm still praying. And then when I heard that connection with my wife and my son, that's when I prayed to the Most High. I said, "Lord, if it's in your will, please bring me back to my family, because I know my family is going to need me." Instantly, I start feeling my body start coming back to, like, I start feeling revived. I start feeling energy kicking in. And my wife talking to me, and remind you, I said earlier I was slurring. She started talking to me, and she said, "I'm about to call 911." So in the midst of that, I was like, I woke up, like, boom. I said, "What you gonna do? What's going on? What's going on?" And she said, I'm about to call 911. And she said, your face is drooped. Your face was drooping down, and your whole side of your left side of your face. And I was like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, hold on, I'm good. I'm good. And so I said, hold on, before you do that, let me take a walk because I got to use the bathroom. So when I got up, I lost balance. Boom, hit the wall. So, as a lot of black men, we always think we got it. We always think that we can handle it. So I go to the bathroom, come back out. I'm still trying to catch my balance. And so I said, cut the lights off. So I laid down, cut the lights off. I said, give me about like 20 minutes. If I don't feel right again, call 911. So I get up, my eyes still cross for a minute. And my wife like, hey, how many fingers do I have up? So she said, when I opened my eyes, I was squinting. And I was following her eye, and I said, how many fingers she had up. That she asked me, what's today? And I said, today is the Sabbath. So she was like, I don't feel right about this. So I was like, I feel all right. I can see, my vision is starting to clear up a little bit. I can feel my eyes starting to straighten up. I can start seeing things. Nothing is all in double vision and blurry vision. I can see. So I got up. I was also praying, still to the Most High. She checked my blood pressure. My blood pressure went back to normal. My heart rate went back to normal. So I was like, man, I feel good. Like, I really feel good. And so I started walking around like a police officer tell you to do if you was drunk or whatever. I started walking on a thin line, like a small line in my room, and I didn't lose my balance. So I was like, we can go to bed. So the next morning come up, she was, I didn't know, like she was putting her hand on my chest the whole night just to see if I'm breathing. And so we wake up, we watch priest class. And after the class, she was like, I just don't sit right with me. I think you need to be at the hospital. And you talk about you want to go to the Sabbath study. It's like, nah, that don't sit right. We got to go to the hospital. Like, you got 6 people that rely on you. And you're being selfish right now. So my wife put it in the group chat and everything, got the feedback. When she come back in the room, she tells me, Sister, I think it was Sister Anya, out here in Detroit, said that I should be in the hospital. And before I even knew she said that, I already made my decision. I was like, yeah, let's go to the hospital. And she's like, that's in the spirit, because that's what Sister Anya had just said. So let's just go. So we took the kids to my mom and them house, go to the hospital to come back. Make a long story short, they found nothing. They couldn't find anything. They were just stating that according to a TIA, it would never show up in the results because I didn't come in immediately. So they did a CT scan to make sure when no bleeding on the brain, that came back negative. Blood pressure was still regular, heart rate still regular, so on and so on. So I come back home, right? So I had to do another checkup on the Monday. The next day, on the Sunday, I was kind of sore on my neck. And I go to the doctors. They see it about the notes, about the TIA, dizziness, and all that, etc. They said it was a small stroke. It was a minor stroke. And they wanted me to go do an MRI, whatever, MRI. It was scheduled for the 29th, but we got it pushed up to the 23rd of this month. Praises to that. But the whole entire time when I was out, shout out to Priest and Zahab. They gave me a call, to check on me, and I definitely want to give them their flowers for that, because, you may be in the camp and, when you got the leaders that's in charge of everything and they got to control everything, you may not get a phone call from them at times, from other camp leaders, But here that they gave me a call, they was concerned, they was asking me what was going on, and I was being straightforward, like, I really don't know, like for real, I didn't know at the time. Like I really don't know. I'm like, man, I'm good. I work out, but I don't work out heavy. But I do a little bit here, push ups, sit ups, curls, and all that. I ain't been in a gym like that. So priest gave me some advice. Get in the gym, do what you need to do, get into your lower bottom, get your legs back together, and all that, etc. So I'm still trying to figure out what was going on. I still didn't have no idea. So make the story short, we talked to Sister Malika, and the Bible talks about a physician, right? You know what I'm saying? Having a physician, especially in the truth. A physician don't have to be only about medicine. It also can be about just way of talking to someone, and they can find out by words of counsel. So what we were doing was just talking, and she went over what I eat. When she went over my work of my doctor's medical record, we went over it, told her over the phone what it was. All my numbers looking good, and she knows about my kidneys. I'm also back in 2023 or 22, I was diagnosed with stage 3 kidney disease, and coming to find out, doctors don't even know how do I got. They like, oh, you like a unicorn. We don't understand because your blood levels don't show nothing. You don't have high blood pressure. You're not carrying headaches. You don't have swelling. You have none of these things. So we don't know why you're doing that. So, my mind is like, oh, yeah, maybe because one of the cause I could really do believe would affect it was I wasn't drinking enough water. So that would definitely do it. But to add on to this, just by talking to Sister Malika, all praise to the Most High. All I said was one thing because she separated my diet, and she said, "What's your lifestyle?" So I kind of broke down my lifestyle, like I take care of my household. I go to work. I go out. I can go to work at 2 a.m, be back home at 7, sleep for like 3 hours, be up, be with my family, then go back, take another nap for like 2 hours, and get back out there and working. So I'm maybe getting like 5 hours a day of sleep, and I'm out there on the go. I'm constantly on the go. I'm constantly doing this. I'm constantly doing that. I'm constantly feel like I got to take care of this. I got to take care of that. I got to take care of this. And I want to make sure I fulfill what I have to take care of. And she said, just by you saying that even stresses me out. And so I told her, I be having a lot of, I'm very anxious. Like I'm very anxious. Like I don't get good sleep because once I wake up, I'm like, oh, I got to take care of that. And I got to do this. I will get up in the middle of my sleep and take care of things. And yeah, I hear people say, I don't know how you do it, but I do it. I've been doing it for almost 30 years, over 30 years. I've been doing that. So she said, do you know anything about your I forgot what she called it. It was the glands of the sorry. It ain't clicking for me right now, but the adrenal glands. She said, do you know anything about your adrenal glands? And I said, no. So she looked it up. She told me to type it. I looked it up, and I seen the adrenal glands is right there on top of your kidneys. And it come to find out that's what really was causing the problem of my kidneys. Not saying the water didn't do anything like that, but the adrenal glands is when you're using a lot of adrenaline and you're wearing your adrenaline down and it's affecting your kidneys. So I'm a really hyper kind of guy. I'm very anxious. I'm ready. I'm always ready. You know what I'm saying? I love the feel of adrenaline. I've been like that since I was a kid. And a lot of that stems back from growing up. And when I came to find out what that may be, what that is, I accept it for what it is because I looked at my life like, wow, this is really crazy for me. I do live a crazy life. Like I live a crazy life. And I hear people tell me like, Mike, you need to relax. You always doing this and doing that. I'm like, man, it's all good. I gotta do it. That's how I felt. I have to do it. And so when it came to realize I really had to do a self-examination, I started really thinking about, man, I've been like that since I was a kid. And I'm talking about from growing up in the households. I'm talking about how when I was a child, hearing things that a kid shouldn't even hear, to the point where it affects you as an adult. And you don't think that it affects you because you live it, because that's part of your life. You don't think that's some type of mental health situation. You're thinking like, this is normal. I'm normal. Like, I ain't grabbed a gun and robbed nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't shot nobody. I ain't did none of that. Because we think of that like you crazy when you do something like that. But when you take on a lot of things when you're young and to an adult age, it can drive you crazy, and you don't even realize it, that it's crazy, because it's your normal lifestyle. Everything become normal. So words that made me drive like that was when I heard, adults say, as a young, I heard adult that, I'm not going to put my peoples out there, but, I heard someone say when I was younger that, just because I was troubled in school, told me I wasn't going to be nothing. Like, they didn't tell me that, but they told somebody else that, when you were a kid, you kind of look, you overhear things, and you're like, dang, you listen to grown folks' business. So I heard that, and that like did something to me when I was a kid. So what it did was not just that it made me sad, it also drove me. Like, I gotta do this. I'm about to prove them wrong. Like, it was a proving point for me. And then when I'm trying to do right, because I leave and go to school, you in a school situation where all your mental illness starts, right? Rather, if it's at home, your neighborhood, or at your school, this is where the mental illness kicks in, right? So being around your peers, man, being around the people, you going to school, like you had to, like where I was growing up, like you had to, it was no such thing as you couldn't fight or you couldn't cap. Like, when I mean cap, like you had jokes. You had to know how to joke, and you had to know how to fight. If you didn't know how to fight, then you was going to get bullied. And if you didn't know how to cap, then, you had to know how to fight something. It had to be either or. And so not knowing that when you're going through that, man, that's building up a lot of adrenaline and a lot of anxiousness. Like, you're anxious to really prove to somebody. I always felt like I had to prove somebody wrong. So I was very, very competitive. So my competitiveness also take me at times where I'm like, man, I'm taking it to a mindset where you can't beat me. You can't defeat me, because that's how I was when I was growing up. And I had to prove to people that said I wasn't going to be nobody, to the point where my own principal, you know what I'm saying? I should call his name out, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I should call his name out. But the principal at the high school I was at, he told me that I was going to be nothing also. I'm just a hoodlum and I ain't going to be nothing. Like, you tell a teenager that, and you have to decipher through that, and you go certain where you be around, and that someone said that about you, that you're not going to be nothing. Like, you got to now make a decision of, you got to survive on your own. Like, you got to chuck it up, so that's where all this stuff stems from, of I got to prove something, I got to do it. So I felt like I have to prove to my wife, like, you chose the right husband that's going to take care of you. So I'm going to show you, you ain't got to work. You just sit there, just make sure, just take care of the kids for homeschooling. If I need you to do this, do that. Take on that load. Me, I got the rest. And my wife always say, you want me to help? I'll let you know I'm good though. And I'm thinking I'm good. I think I'm good, but I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? Until I had to really think about it. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? This ain't just me. This is an Israel thing too. So I had to really do some study on mental awareness. First and foremost, if you believe or you don't, I'm going to tell you straight up, there's no hiding around mental illness when it comes to Israel, because it's a thing called the American program. And the American program was always built to break God's people down mentally, physically, and spiritually. So when you in the American program, it teaches the black man that, hey, you ain't supposed to cry. You're not supposed to cry, man. Chest out, head up. So that's the man mentality. So when you have that kind of mentality, you don't know how to talk about your problems because you ain't supposed to cry. Because if you told someone that you're going through things, that makes you look weak in our community. And when we find out in this truth that we're not supposed to do those things, or rather if you examine it, because sometimes you may see things that you notice that you need to work on, but you sometimes forget about what travels with you all your life when you was a child, why you are the way you are. You forget about those things at times, and you don't look at it as an issue because you're not living it in your mind, but you're really operating in it. So you hear you're not supposed to be crying, supposed to be a strong black man. The American program has told our women that, hey, you a strong black woman, you don't need a man. So guess what? When we hear those things, that's the American program, the society that we live in, no matter who's ruling in this earth. And we know we're not ruling. So we have to know that these people jacked us up because we refuse to keep the commandments of God. So it starts with accountability with us. So when you find out what mental awareness, know your triggers. So right now, I'm about to get into the lesson. Just want to share that. I wanted to share that for a moment. You have to know your triggers. Right now, I can't say I have to do a do-over because I've never done it. Right now, I have to start something new that I have to take a day at a time, where I don't have to think about where I got to learn not to think like I got to do this, I got to do that. And I'm learning that my triggers on these things is when I get anxious, I start getting dizzy. I start feeling headaches. And that was a warning shot the Most High gave me. That was a warning shot. I never cried and said, why me? I said, all praise to the Most High. It should be me. I said that. Why? Because. Why not? I'm in this truth. This Bible tells us, prepare thy soul for temptation. So just because I know a little bit of precepts, that I shouldn't get put to the test from the Most High? Man, what am I thinking if I don't feel that I have to? I needed that. Because what's going to happen is changing my mindset. He actually really helped me out to know that you got mental issues. Simple as that. And I didn't think that. Any normal black man would tell you I ain't got mental issues. They're like, nah, I ain't got no mental issues. I'm good. That's our key word. We're always good, but we're going through things. We're always going through things, but we're always good. That right there is the problem. That right there is a problem within itself. Like I messed up on the screen. So
still sharing right now.
It's still sharing kind. So I definitely want to get into some things right now, right? Because hey, I'm not just using me and calling. I'm just going to use myself for sure. Because the best way to explain it is if you have to go through it. So it's easy. I want to tell people it's so easy to say all you have to do is just do that. You know, I've been hearing that all my life. All you got to do is do that. But guess what? If I've been doing it for almost 30 years, how is it going to be easy for me to as a drop of a dime? It takes practice. So I got to practice this and relearn that and be patient with myself. That's the thing. I lack patience with myself, but I have patience for others. That's the same thing how we move in Israel, right? We'll give somebody advice, but when the advice switch on them, they don't know how to use it. And that's why the advice that you're dealing with a righteous person, a godly woman or a godly man, guess what happens? It's a two-edged sword coming out of your mouth from the Most High that he's not just talking to that person for advice. He's also talking to you because you might sooner or later go through it. So we have to take the time when we giving out advice. We also got to understand when people not there, you have to give them patience and grace and pray for them. So I want to start up at Second Corinthians 13:5. Let me start off with that real quick, right? I'm gonna get right into the lessons, and I'm gonna definitely give my peoples their flowers close to the end of the class, man, because we gotta start we got to start giving our people our blessings, because that's why a lot of the mental health kicks in, where we not as Israelites, we never heard too much I love yous, and we haven't heard too much that you do this well. We never heard that much in our community. We always hearing negative. So I definitely want to give brothers, especially in LOY, they love, man, what they deserve, man. Because, man, I can't do this without, I can't. Honestly, I really can't do this without the Most High and my brothers, the congregation of Israel, the whole congregation of LOI. Whether you're near us or you're far from us, LOI, I appreciate what brothers stepped in and sisters did. I haven't forgotten. All right, so let me get 2 Corinthians 13:5. This thing, all right, cool.
All right, it's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13 and verse 5.
Is my screen still showing?
Come.
All right, come.
Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates?
Right, so leave it there. So understand this, man. You got to examine yourself, man. Not just what you think that you have maybe offended a brother or sister. You know, that's a good thing for sure. That's what we must do. Not just because maybe you done something that you kind of done something that was out of the norm. You also want to go back to your childhood and think about things was holding your mind back. Examine your old thoughts growing up as a child and examine why you do the things that you do today. Because as long as you can accept that and knowing that, dang, I'm still battling with that. The Most High, if you do that, he can work with you. If you don't do it, then guess what? He's going to let you stay in your mind. You're going to stay in that battle that you don't even have to battle in. Right? All right, so give me, and I'm going to show you. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 first. You know what? Before I do that, let me bring out the things that, you know what? No, we're gonna go right in order. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28, and then I'm gonna bring something out. So I want to go to Deuteronomy 28, and we're gonna start at verse 1, right? Because I'm gonna show you that we as a people, we are dealing with mental illness. And we have to be aware of what's going on, right? So I want you to read 1 through 4 first in Deuteronomy 28. We're going to skip it.
All right, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, starting at verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, and the increase of thine kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
So 1 through 4 tells you the blessings, what the Most High had his thoughts about us if we kept commandments, right? So we know that when we see these things, when we read about these things, I shall say, man, this is a blessing, man. Especially in verse 4, fruit of thy body, right? You mean my children is going to be blessed? Right? My loins of my generation is going to be blessed? Right? You know, my money is going to be intact. My food is going to be right. Right? This is when we're ruling, right? The Most High said that we kept the commandments. When we're ruling, he will bless us, right? In these type of things, right? Continue. Read down to 9 and 10.
Verse 9. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in his ways. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee.
Man, you know, that right there when you see your enemy, which not of your people, are not afraid of you, but willing to go ahead and take the risk of killing you for whatever reason, that should bother you some kind of way, that this enemy that I'm supposed to be ruling over is telling me he's not afraid to kill me, and he has nothing of a care if I live to die or my children live to die. That's a problem right there. But the Most High said it would be a blessing if we kept the commandments, right? Continue. Read verse, drop down to 12.
Verse 12. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain into thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow.
So leave it right there. So no, read 13.
Verse 13. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them.
Kind of. So the Most High said, if we did these things, the Most High was going to make us above these other nations, make sure that we are the head and not the tail. So this at the time, as long as we were obedient, we wouldn't have these situations that we're living in right now. This would never happen, right? Because right now, if you want to say I don't suffer through mental health, I don't deal with I'll say mental illness, not me. I don't fit the category. Well, then you're saying that you don't fit the curses, because the curses is from 15 to 68. That's mental illness right there. So let's go to 15 real quick.
All right, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
16.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
When you growing up, think about it. A lot of us, man, we grew up in bad neighborhoods, right? And guess what? That's where we began our learning of the wrong things to do in these bad neighborhoods. Like, again, man, it's two things where it starts off from us, right? It's in our home. That's the first thing we learn, this crazy stuff, the crazy thinking. When we were kids, we're sponges. So we may see that mom and dad, the way they show love is to put hands on one another. It might be the way you show love is to disrespect and have verbal abuse. That's in our city, right? And then even in the field, man, when we go outside as a kid and play, you know what I'm saying? We see when I was growing up, right, riding on bikes, going to a park, so it was a park over there at the school when I was growing up over there in Detroit in the Outer Drive. Is a school called Anthony Wayne, and they had a park over there. And at that park, I didn't understand it. I thought doctors was coming out, giving out shots, because I used to see drug needles. So I'm thinking as a kid, like, the doctor was over here today. The doctor be over here all the time, because you're seeing these things as a kid you don't understand. You don't understand these things. You're constantly opening to something that don't connect as a child, that this is the beginning of mental illness. This is the American program. They get you while you young. That's where you start, when you young. The American program is just not at your home. It's also at your school. That's why they set these schools up. So you can go ahead and learn from how different geographic of people live in their homes, and you pick those habits up from the students, and you start acting different when you get home, because you learned this from the school. Man, this is, if you don't think that's mental illness, I really want you to self-examine that. When we taking our kids to these schools, Think about what you allowing the government to do to your child. They're being exposed to mental illness. They're telling them that, hey, this is a place where you can socialize, but this is also a place where you can get you a girlfriend. This is also a place where you can go ahead and show your feelings. They want you to feel an adult when you're a child. They want you to be in these relationships, and they know good and well that relationships don't work. And when you're a lot of times when you're young, because you don't know no better. Because why the parents are allowing these kids to go and date these boys or date these girls, and they don't educate them on that. They just let them do it and say, we all did it. But guess what? We were jacked up. So what are you saying? I was jacked up, so I'm going to let them get jacked up. And the scriptures don't teach us to say, when you fell off, then you teach a child to fall off with you. You're supposed to go ahead and get them into the commandments and laws. We're not supposed to be sitting around here letting our children learn it on their own. That's what our parents did to us. We got to break that generational curse. We got to break that. That's why our city's the way it is, man. Drop down to verse 28.
Verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Man, that's mentally ill. We think of only if you taking drugs, you high and you all strung out on the corner. That's the craziness. You're walking down, speaking schizophrenia, and you're talking to yourself, you're foaming at the mouth. We can already say that dude crazy. But then you talk to a person that don't do that, they're like, nah, I'm good. But you guess what? If you talk about some deep, dark secrets, they're going to be like, man, yeah, man, I seen it when my mom or my dad was doing this, was doing that. I was abused this way. I was used that way. I was sent to different homes and all that, etc. Man, that's mental illness. That's mental illness. And then when we become shocked, when we find out that you have mental illness. And I'll be honest, I didn't think I had mental illness, man. I swear to myself, I'm calling it out. I thought I was good. I just do too much. That's what I thought. But guess what? Doing too much got me to slow down. I had to end up getting a stroke. The Most High, like that tells me right there, you're stressed out. And you don't feel it, but guess what? That's the silent killer. So we're smite with craziness all the time. I'm waking up at 2 a.m. thinking like, oh, I got to get this going. I got to make sure that I take care of all these things so I can come home and spend time with my wife and my children. That's where I'm like really killing myself. Like, I got to make this work. I want to make sure I keep a good sight with my wife. I want to make sure we good, we solid. I want to make sure we keep the communicating, will keep us laughing and growing. I want to make sure that my kids understand, like, I got you, I'm with you. I want to make sure that's where I was doing, not realizing I was destroying myself. Right? Read verse 30.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Right. So this right here is mental, right? People get crazy. You go ahead and sleep with another man's wife and see if he's going to act the same. You know what I'm saying? You see how Israel, we think that's fun and to do, to sleep with another man's wife and brag about it? The Most High, this is mental illness when someone can go deliberately just to sleep with another man's wife and brag about it. That's crazy.
Make songs about it.
Absolutely. Making songs about it. And dance to the beat with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you think that man is okay? You know what we always say? Like, if a brother, how's he doing? Man, he all right. He said he good. He can't be good if his wife just got ran on from another man and she's married. That brother ain't good. He lying to you. Why? Because the American program told you you can't cry. You got to be a man. So guess what? Since that man did that to you, you need to kill him so I can take you to jail and then make you more even crazier inside this prison cell. Continue to read, brother.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
All right, I'm just going to continue on. Let's go to verse 54, right?
All right. Verse number 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Right, so think about that, right? When we don't take care of families, we mess around and not taught the right way because the school system showed us how to whore each other out. The parents at the home said it's okay that you got a girl calling your house phone and say, hey, your little boo thing on the phone. You put him on the phone, you accepted it. I want to meet her or I want to meet him. Bring him over. These ain't number teenagers. Then you're letting them come over there because the kid is real nice and innocent. Like, hey, how you doing? You know, hey, you're a nice young man. Like, hey, you mind if my boyfriend stay tonight? Yeah, you good. You can stay tonight. He can sleep in your room. I'm cool with it because he's a real polite guy. I think you're going to marry him. Mess around, that dude got an agenda. Mess around, get that young lady pregnant. He get that young woman pregnant and he don't understand the consequences of how to be responsible to take care of a child. This were things that happen like that. When it says, and toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of the children which he shall leave. This is where it starts from. It starts in our own community. The American program has taught us to whore each other out so we don't build marriages. So when you look at the outside and we get out of our own bubble, we can see like, man, we jacked up. Even coming in this truth, you got to think about it. We may feel like just because we in this truth that it eased up. No, the challenging has just got more challenging. Now you got it. Now the Most High is trying to see, are you for me? Are you going to utilize me? Or are you going to stay in your own mindset and say you're going to handle it? I'm just going to ask the Most High to help me when I am in a situation that I can't get out of. And that's what a lot of us do. And that's why we have an evil eye towards one another, because we don't know how to talk to men like men. We hold things in and hold grudges, and we roll balling up our fists and grabbing the gun. That's why we have an evil eye towards one another. That's why we have an evil eye towards these women, because we, as men, we don't know how to speak. And as women, they don't know how to speak. Right? So let me get 61 real quick. Verse 61.
Verse 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
Right. Just because you don't see mental illness or even mental deception, that's a sickness right there. A mental deception is a sickness right there. Right? I'm going to continue on. Just keep going. Read verse 65 and 67.
All right, verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
Hey, when you can't get no relaxation, you know, and I'm going to even use myself. Can't get a break. Because if I get a break, then bills don't get paid. If I don't, and that's in my mind. In my mind, if I catch a break, I can't pay a bill. Then guess what? We lose our home. This is all that I'm carrying. I'm putting too much pressure on myself. And I don't think that I'm carrying pressure. I think that's normal. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. This is easy. This is my life. This is my life. This is what I got to do to provide for my family. And then I got to show up. I got to show up for the Most High. And guess what? None of the works that I've done, rather doing out there in the street teaching, rather if I'm doing classes, those are never grievous. What did Yahweh Shai say? My yoke is easy. It's not hard. He don't put a burden on you. He gives you time and relaxation when you're dealing with him. That's why we have a Sabbath. He gives us time. He gives us time. He don't give us stress. We learn the stress from this American program. That's why we get no ease from these nations. Man, these people hate you. So you can't say that you don't have mental illness when you got a whole group of nations that's ruling this earth and say that they hate you and they are not afraid to take you out and your children. You can't say that that's not mental illness. Continue, brother.
Slakia. Verse 65.
Yep. Just neither shall the sole of thy foot.
Okay, I'm gonna start at the top again. I lost
All
my spot. It says, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
Uh-huh.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
Uh-huh.
And in the morning thou shalt say, will God it were evening? And at even thou shalt say, will God it were morning? For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
Right. We want this to be over with. Right? I can't wait for today to be over with, man. I can't wait for this day. Why? Because it's already hard enough. But that's what we're doing wrong. Right? We got a whole Bible. We got a whole book that we definitely got to learn how to utilize it the right way. And I'm saying it to myself. I need to learn how to utilize the Bible the right way. I can't be, I got it all hero. I got this. I can't. That don't work no more. What I got to do is got to put everything into the Most High hands. I'm only thinking like, hey, man, if I can't have no control of doing this or making somebody not like me and all that, I'm going to put it in the Most High hands. But then not knowing that, hey, you carrying a heavy load. That's why the Most High gave you a helpmeet. Utilize your helpmeet. Utilize your brother, right? Your brother, if he's your left arm or your right arm, utilize him. Talk to him. Ask questions. Hey, if you don't feel like it's a lot, sometimes listen to the key things when someone are already saying to you, like, hey, dang, man, you sure you don't need help? And you may think it's normal and you say, no, I'm good. No, take that help because the Most High can use that person to take the load off of you. This is why we are a body. The right arm don't tell the left arm like I don't need you. It mimics it. It looks like it, but it don't say like, hey, I'm the strongest. My right arm is the strongest, so this left arm, you're nothing. I don't need you. No. It's like a woman, right? A man and a woman. One is stronger, one is weaker. That doesn't mean that can't combine and make things strong, because when you use two hands, you carry things, you're using all your strength, so it makes it easier. You use one hand to carry something, it's a little bit more stress on that right side. But if you use two hands, you can carry. It's the same thing as a marriage. Or your people in your group. Utilize your people. And how you do that, communicate. Right now, from this day on, I'm going to communicate about if I'm got a lot of load on. I'm not going to act like I got it. I'm just going to be up real and be frank about it, because I don't want to see this happen again. Right? So let me go to these statistics real quick. Right? I'm going to show you a list. Can you see my page, the bot?
Yeah, I got to blow it up. Okay.
All right. So these are things with mental health, right? This is from a National Institute of Mental Health, right? So I looked at this little quick article, and it's a 23 things that America has put on our people, right? Like this one is agoraphobia. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to read all these. I ain't about to take my time to do all these. But we're going to show you what some of these things, some of our people may deal with this. It's an anxiety disorder that involves intense fear and anxiety of any place or situation where escape might be difficult. So for an instance, right, like it says on the bottom, we got people I'm afraid to get on airplanes, right, like it says here, or I'm afraid to go into a big setting. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to a big, where a whole bunch of people at, right? That's an agoraphobia. Some of our people that's in this truth is like that. Especially when you come in as truth. Like I can use me, for instance. When I first came in this truth, the people I started off with, that's who I wanted to stay with. I didn't want to go around the new people and everything and like, oh shoot, man, I gotta start to get to know new people. But guess what? We learn that from our neighborhoods where we look at every person is a nigga. So I don't trust you. So what makes me think to trust you and fellowship with you when I don't know you? That's mental illness. Because the Most High said we're supposed to gather together. So when you think that you don't want to gather, that's mental illness. You're allowing America to separate you from your people and God. Was you going to say something about?
Man. Hey, go ahead. You got it.
God.
You got it.
I'm going to go through all this stuff, right? I'm going to go to like the anorexia. We already know about that. People don't want to gain weight. They're trying to keep their figure. We know about that. Any anxiety disorder, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Sister Malika have to break it down to me because I wasn't smart enough to know that anxious means anxiety. I didn't know that. I just thought that I was just in a rush to do it. She the one had to open up the door and said, that's anxiety. And I'm like, wow. I'm thinking you got to have panic attacks. So yeah, I have anxiety. Not to a high level, but I have anxiety. And it makes sense. You know, and that's the reason why I am the way I am. Extra hyper and extra, aggressive because I'm, man, that adrenaline, man. It's that adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? And all praise to the Most High. Like, that's who I am, but I also got to relax. Got to calm down. Know how to use it when it's time to be used. Mood disorder, right? We got that. We don't feel good, right? The jobs that they give us, man, we already be ready to go home, and then we come back home, we in a funky mood, right? These are illnesses, right? Attention deficit, right? That's what they say. We got ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, think about it. How are we going to be able to sit still when you already teaches us in preschool to kindergarten, Head Start and all that, etc., that we got to play with toys and Legos and colors and all that, etc., and shapes. And then we get to another level. Now we can't do that. We got to just sit down. You just taught us how to play. We came to school. It was all about play. So now you want to change our minds that quick when we get into the first grade. Sit down and listen to the teacher. Man, you can't sit down, man. For some reason, you got to sharpen your pencil every 5 seconds. You can't sit still. There's no such thing as really having a child sit still. That's the American system. Their system is built on that. And then they want to say that you have an issue, especially in the Black community. You need to give them Ritalin. Put them on medication. That's how they try to destroy us from there. Because why? They want to enhance the mental illness. Autism, right? And a lot of that stuff, man, comes from their medicine. Binge eating, right? You got some people that can't stop eating. Bipolar, tripping. 1 minute you cool, next minute you flipping. Borderline personality disorders, right? All this, et cetera. Like, if you want to get the list goes on and on. Even suicide, right? A lot of us, we don't look at too much of our community commit suicide. We know that Esau is the author of committing suicide. But we already know that even though they run this whole world and all that, etc., they're bound to do these things, right? They're bound to kill themselves. Why? Because they are already, what the Bible says, one is stronger than the other and one is weak. They're bound to be mentally weak compared to us. So what they tried to do, because they use their weapon that they know that they're weak on and try to put it in our community and try to make us die off mental illness. Because they can't handle what we go through, because if they lived the way we live, they already were killed. They would have been all wiped out.
It's a video. It's lucky. It's a video of the Edomite saying that. She like, I would never want to trade places with Black people.
I won't want to trade places with you. That's a good deal. Shoot, for real. Like, you really think about it. They use that weapon against them, against us, because they can't handle that weapon. So what they do, they try to make us commit suicide so we can kill ourselves off. And guess what? It's working in a certain extent. Our rates may not be as high as theirs, but it's working. Why? Because a lot of our people, if you want to believe this or not, when we go through a lot of right here, like the post-traumatic stress disorder, this is our biggest one right here. That's the biggest one in Israelite community, is this post-traumatic stress disorder. That's one of the biggest. So guess what? When we dealing with that we can't shake it, we can't fake it. Rather, they lock us up in prison. You come out of prison, you wake up in cold sweats. Or if you in prison, you waking up thinking you're free. You at home with your family, but you're locked up. So then when you get out, then what you got going on for yourself? It's hard to get a job now, especially if you stay in the hood that you always was selling drugs at. So then guess what ended up happening? When you don't have enough money, you got thoughts of suicide. You got, hey, I'm going to go to the liquor store and get drunk. So you over excess in liquor, killing yourself. Or you want to go into the higher next level, like, hey, I'm about to go grab me I'm about to go grab me some weed. And then the weed is constantly wearing off, and now you want to go into a higher drug. So then what you're doing, you're slowly killing yourself. That's suicide. It just may not happen right away, but you're killing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're killing yourself. And I'm not saying a drink or two is nothing wrong to ease your mind, because the drink is supposed to make you relax and have merry. I'm not talking about, I'm just saying over excessive or going into the heavy dose of drugs. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm not condoning saying weed, you could do a little bit of weed. I'm not saying that either. We shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this is why we do these things. And we got to not look at these people like, oh, look at them, man. It's just look at them. Just look at them. When I came to this graph thing of this thing, I grasped it and say, man, our people jacked up because the American program. And then we get caught up in this world and we try to do things on our own and don't go to the Most High the right way. We're going to the Most High the wrong way in the wrong time. Not when you need them because you see the situation happening. Go to the Most High when you got those post-traumatic stress disorders kick in. Go to the Most High when you feel that anxiety kick in, when that bipolar kicking in, the eating disorders kicking in, the schizophrenias and the specific phobias and mental illness kick in. That's when, because the Most High said, cast your cares on me. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Right? I'm going to bring this one up. Mental illness. Let's talk about it real quick, right? Mental illness. Can you see my screen, bro?
Okay.
It says mental illness are health conditions involving changes in emotions, thinking, or behavior. Mental illness can be associated with distress and or problems functioning in social, work, or family activities. That's normal in that house, man. They work us like it said in 65 and Deuteronomy 28. Hey, we got no ease. Man, guess what? That's their system. The program is to make you have no ease and have no relaxation. That's why they try to push out on the seventh day. They want us to go out there and shop. So you don't even have enough time to catch a break. I'm going to dangle you with your check, and then I'm going to let you go spend it with your check. And then you're going to be worn out. You get one day on that Sunday, then you come back Monday stressed out again. We're going to start the whole cycle over. You didn't even get that chance to rest. That's the American program. I'm going to go to another one, right? Mental deception. This is a lot of things that our people never knew about, right? This is what we know when we see this thing, right? Mental deception or self-deception is a psychological process of convincing yourself that something untrue is true. Often to avoid painful realities, protect your ego, or cope with difficult emotions, using defense mechanisms like denial, rationalization, and confirmation bias, so on and so on, right? But then it says, while it offers temporary comfort and motivation, it hinders personal growth, damages relationships, and can lead to poor decisions, trapping individuals to negative cycles. But it can be overcome through self-awareness, introspection, and accepting responsibility. That's where it starts at. When you find that you got really mental illness, you have to admit and understand which are triggers that cause these mental illness so you can separate from those things. You have to really examine your life. It ain't got, like I said, it ain't got to be drugs and all that and violence. It could be you're doing too much. And you don't think that you are not doing enough, but you really are. Your body is even, man, my body didn't give me no sign. I'm telling you, my body didn't give me no sign until I relaxed. When I started relaxing, it was like I kind of relapsed in the way of my body was so in tune to doing so much. When I finally got a little break, my body was just like, hey, where you at? How come you're not active? That's what it felt like. It caught up to me. It's like an alcoholic, right? If he stops drinking, and it can kill him. It can kill him because his body relies on it. So it's the same thing. When we have that mental deception, we don't believe it's us. We got to take ownership in order for the Most High to make it a better move in our lives. We got to take ownership. And this is the deception when we say that, hey, the Bible is not true. When the white man, again, the American program told you that the Bible that they drew in the Bible was a white man, that he's coming to save you. And then when we teach that in the streets, that we're looked at as we're the hate group of the nation, that we speak evil. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at, our people don't look at it, that it's a mental deception that the American program put on them. Because we don't look at it that they are enemy. We look at we're all equal because they lied to you. And we're not, the Bible didn't say that.
It's lucky. And a lot, this, like you said, starts when we're young. A lot of this stuff, man, literally comes from the television shows you watch. You know what I'm saying? They give us those TV shows, The Family Matters. You know what I'm saying? In my era, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, what's the other one? I'm thinking the one. Can't think of the name of it right now. Because I wanted Moesha, right? And I wanted to bring that up as far as with Moesha, because they throw a little bit of truth in there. You know what I'm saying? And then, but they don't give you the good part, right? So with Moesha, it was an episode where they was arguing back and forth about what they was going to put during Black History Month, right? They had a Mexican brother. He wanted to put Cesar Chavez up inside of the room. And then, of course, they always throw us Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? And it's an episode of, you know what I'm saying, the blacks and the Mexicans kind of being at it, going at it. You know what I'm saying? And they never taught not one time that y'all literally the same people. You know what I'm saying?
God.
They both wanted to fight for equality, even though we now know that we're better, you know what I'm saying, than the other nations, but they wanted to fight for equality. So they show stuff like that to us. You know what I'm saying? They play on our emotions. You know what I'm saying? And we started to realize, hey, not only are y'all trying to say that, you know, Mexicans and blacks is the same, but they try to use these so-called, or not so-called, these Edomite teachers, you know what I'm saying, to teach this. And not realizing that all of this stuff starts literally from a child. You have these movies. I know when I was younger, Clueless was like a big movie. You know what I'm saying? They're literally trying to teach you about high school, about relationships inside of high school. And they made it into a movie. And this is how we think that relationships is supposed to go, by watching Clueless. And now you don't really know. You basically growing up, you know, learning the TV is teaching you. You're learning from movies, and you're not learning from your parents. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting down with your parents watching these movies. You know, and it's, again, we're not blaming our parents at the end of the day, because the Most High is going to reveal what he wants to reveal to whom he wants to reveal it to. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, now that we know better, we got to start to point these things out. And we have to literally break that cycle with our own children, because our own children are going to go through this. They're going through it right now, right? Of being mentally deceived. You know what I'm saying, by the school system. A lot of us don't have the means to necessarily homeschool. So now, you know, we got to work double. When they bring in home stuff from school, literally let them know, hey, this is what they want you to write. This is the truth. This is what they want you to put. Okay, put it there. But guess what? You got to do 2 homework lessons, because I'm going to teach you what the truth is about what you're doing. But then I'm also going to give you what they want you to know. You know what I'm saying? So definitely just we got to work double time. We ain't in captivity for nothing.
Con,
Just because you come into the knowledge of the truth don't mean you out of captivity,
con,
right? The truth, hey, it makes you free mentally from a standpoint of knowing what the truth is, hey, but also you still a slave. So
con,
I'm gonna
con.
let
Man, no, well said, well thought, put together, because it's true, it's facts. You know what I'm saying? It's facts, right? And you got to really think about like the deception, right? Let's talk about like it says, it hinders personal growth, right? Think about it, man. In order to grow, you have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge it and you have to release that. It's the same thing why the Most High said in Hosea. We're going to get there, Hosea 5 and 15. What did he say? Until they acknowledge, let's get it real quick. Let's get it real quick. And then we're going right back to this. Right? Let's bring that back real quick. Hosea 5 and 15. All right, go ahead.
it's the book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Until they what?
Until they acknowledge their offense.
Your offense is mental illness. Read that again.
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Uh-huh.
And seek my face.
Uh-huh.
In their affliction, they will.
In their mental illness.
And their affliction, they will seek me early.
So in your mental illness, you shall seek the Most High early. Don't wait until you think you don't have mental illness and don't accept what you have. It's our past background. Do you think the spirits that you left when you were growing up and you came in this truth that they just took a vacation and left you alone? You think that they said, I'm not following you, man. I'm done with you, man. Oh, I'm done with you, sis. You moved on to the Most High. I gotta go mess with somebody else. Hell no. They like, oh, that's what you about to leave us? Oh, we gotta fight. Now the temptation goes up. Let's say like you a brother that's been in the game, right? Let's say a brother been in the game. And let's say the past of his life, or even a sister, been in the game, right? There's nothing good about a game. The way we grew up, there's nothing good about a gang. I've never been in the gang, but I've been around a lot of gangs. I've been around, I won't say a lot of gangs, but a gang. I've been around gangs. You know what I'm saying? I've been around where people was operating in things and I was just around them. I didn't do it. I didn't sell a drug. I didn't carry the pistol, but I was there. I was always down. It was always ask questions later. Let's deal with it right now. That was my homeboys. That's what we dealt with, right? But guess what? When the person that's in the gang and he don't think that it's nothing wrong of what he does, he's mental deceptive. It's a mental deception right there that he thinks that is nothing wrong. This is family. So guess what? You got a brother or a sister decides to remove themselves from the gang and they start going into the truth. What's end up happening is, and we have to take time to understand where people come from different demographics of the world. We have to understand what they went through. They may come in the truth and say like, man, I feel jacked up at what I used to do in my past. But at least it's hope for the brother or the sister because the Bible says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. It's hope for the Most High to make a difference in their lives because they acknowledged it that they were wrong. When you go around and say, man, that was my past and I don't care, I'm living a new life right now. Man, you already dismissing. You're dismissing what you created. So then this is why you always ready to jump on people because you have never took the time to think about it, that this comes from my childhood. You got to acknowledge it. You got to accept it for what it is, but you don't hold on to it. I'm not telling you, hey, when you find your situation, hold on to it and just sit there in it. No.
Hey, Salaki, can we grab 1 Timothy real quick?
Yeah, I got you.
You literally speaking my favorite scripture.
God.
One of my favorite scriptures.
God, give me
First Timothy chapter 4.
God, give me 1 second. We'll get there.
Okay.
So understand how that goes. Like you going to a point where you have to realize that a lot of the stuff that we deal with is our own selves. We are our own enemy. We are our own enemy. Why? Because we don't release. We have to let things go. We have to let our past go. But we have to also look for our past so we can acknowledge it, and then we can give it to the Most High, and then deal with your brothers and sisters that surround you so you can get cured from it. Because you can't get cured just sitting in it. You can't sit there and just hold on to the stress and ball it up into a ball and thinking it's not going to grow to a snowball effect. You got to communicate, right? So what was the scripture you said? I'm going to hold off. What you got?
First Timothy chapter 4.
What verse?
Pick it up at you can. I don't know. You can. I don't want to start at 11 because I don't want to read all the way down. You can start at 11 and then jump down to the end.
God, this is the book of First Timothy chapter 4 and verse 11. These things command and teach. And go down to the last verse.
Verse 12. Read it's verse 12. Actually.
Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity.
All right, now jump down to 16.
Verse 16. Take heed unto thyself. Salakia. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
All right. And I'm not going to even expound because you already expounded. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much expounded. I just wanted to read it. You know what I'm saying? Because it let people know that it is everything that you're saying is literally right there.
Okay. All praises. Good glory and honor to the Most High God, man. You know, hey, that's just let the Most High teach. You know, I'm just a vessel. Right, let's go now. I'm gonna go right here into mental awareness, right? Right. So this is where it starts. This is what we just read in Hosea 5 and 15. You have to acknowledge and to understand mental illness, you have to be aware of what's going on. And when you know what's going on, you have to remove these things, right? So that's just playing upon tables, right? So now, in order to fix that, let's go to Psalms 55 real quick, right? Because, man, I'm telling you, man, that's part of our situation in Israel. This is why, if you really understand why our people that's reading this Bible and studying it and teaching it, you will see why a lot of us is not getting along is because the fact that we still dealing with trauma. We're still dealing with trauma that we have never got rid of. You know what I'm saying? We got, man, hey, the best solution is talk to your brothers, man. Rely on your brother. Hey, that song is not there for a reason. You know that's a black man singing that. Lean on me, right? Mm-hmm. Lean on him, right? Why a black man singing that is because that black man knows that we go through hell and high water. Mm-hmm. That black man understand about lean on me. You know what I'm saying? We got to lean on one another, man. So let me get 55 and 22.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, starting at verse 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord.
Do what?
Cast thy burden upon the Lord.
No, hold on to it when you find out what's going on.
Cast thy burden upon the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And he shall sustain thee.
Uh-huh.
He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved.
He shall never make you go through what you go through as long as you acknowledge your affliction. Our people don't want to acknowledge because we always want to like perfect people, man. We always want to make us like we the perfect artwork. You can't tell a brother that he's off. Man, what are you talking about? I'm off. What you talk about? You off. Like, bro, I'm just being real with you. That's why we don't know how to be real with each other because the American program has showed us to hate one another. And that's all through movies, like you said, man. TV shows. Now we got the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing you can give a kid is a cell phone at the age of 10 and 11. Because why? They got internet connection. And that's their starting point of mental illness. They get the whole rights to everything that's wicked. You're giving them the rights to learn wickedness when you do that. And I understand it's very useful. Hey, where you at? Oh, I'm about to pick you up over here. All right, boom. Then you got the internet. And then you can go ahead and try to rig it up where they can get on there. But guess what, man? These kids ain't stupid. What the Bible says, we're wise to do evil.
Yep.
We gonna find a way, because guess what? The little brother and the little boy and the little girl that got these type of situations at their home that their parents don't care about, they gonna show you how to get on the internet. They gonna show you that child, this is how you do it. You're gonna be aware to that. I know that. I'm speaking from experience. That was the worst thing I ever done, to give my oldest daughter a cell phone. That was the worst thing I ever done. And guess what? I have to eat that. I gotta learn from that. Because now, guess what happened? Whatever me and my wife say to my oldest, it was like, well, Google said this. So now Google's the parent now. I gotta fight against Google. Like, I can't win. This is one, like, because Esau is, the American program is now designed not how it used to be. Now, think about it. You have a child that's 2 years old. The first attraction is a tablet or a phone, and they pick up quick. And they know how to do things. They know how to see this. They're hypnotized. That's the beginning of things, like they used to say in the world, right? And I used to hear it when I was growing up. It says the devil is he goes for the children or something like that. You know, his first moves is after the children. And it's so true, because that's what they do. They attack the child, the youth first. So, but the Most High said, cast your burdens. This is how we overcome it. First, acknowledge it and understand it. Don't be afraid to talk to your brother and sister that you got mental illness, or you ain't got to say, I got mental illness and this is what it is. You can just say, man, I'm going through something, brother, or I'm going through something, sis. Please hear me out. Just hear me out. Don't judge me. Hear me out. And give me the right information so I can work through this, or pray for me. This is why I'm doing it, because right now, this is therapeutic for me. I've been balled up, holding this in, ready to release this stuff. Once I found out, when I talked to Sister Malika about what was going on. And to me, I thought I was always fine. But just saying the right words at the right time to the right person, they can bring the truth out of you. That's why we need each other. Don't think that someone is bigger and better than the next brother or sister. You don't know. Sometimes you may think people coming at you, they coming at me wrong and aggressive. Listen to the message. Maybe the Most High is coming aggressive to you with that person. That's the spirit on that person. Quit taking it as you attacking me. I love my brothers and sisters, man. Like, man, I've been away for a minute. I've been in this house for 2 weeks, and I'm telling you, I'm like losing my mind. I gotta get out. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. But my wife, all praise to my Most High. My wife always like, Mike, relax. You gotta relax, and it's working, but it ain't easy. I want to still go do what I want to do. I'm thinking about, I got bills ain't stopping. You think, man? Thank God that the Most High has found some grace in certain things. But guess what? If I don't get right, man, bills are still knocking on my door. So I got to be prepared to challenge that. But guess what? I'm making this lesson for edification, not just for myself, but maybe for the next brother or sister. This is the Most High put this in my spirit to do this. So I've been anxious to really let this lesson go. I wanted to bring it out last week, but I wasn't feeling well. I'm going to continue, man. Let's go to Philippians 4:6. All praise to the Most High, man. All praises, man. That's the only thing I got to go ahead and offer him his praises, man. I shouldn't even, honestly, man, when I really look at the whole picture, man, the Most High could have took me home. And I was willing. I'm going to be honest with you. I was willing. It was like, hey, you going to take me? Take me. All praise to the Most High. I was just giving them glory. I didn't think of nothing else. But the Most High understood, like, hey, I need you to continue on. I just need you to slow down. I just want to show you and reveal that you have issues. And I have to accept that. All right? Let me get Philippians 4:6.
It's the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6. Be careful for nothing.
Right? What do that mean? It means don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. Go ahead.
But in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving.
Right? Give him thanks when you're going through things and you give your cares to him. Give him his praises, man. Go ahead.
Let your requests be made known unto God.
Uh-huh. All right, we leave it there.
No.
Give me 1 Peter 5, 6, and 7. Right, man. We got to understand this, man. This is a hindrance in our lives, man. I'm just bringing it out. Rather, I would tell you this: if you feel like this is not for you, you don't have to listen. But what I will tell you this: if you think that you got it all figured out, you are battling with mental deception. Simple as that.
Okay. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, and verse number 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time.
Right. So what that means is, again, cast your cares. And it starts by humbling, just accepting that we got issues. That's why the Most High said in Deuteronomy 28, this is all mental illness. So when you say that you don't have mental illness, then you're saying, like everybody else that's not in this truth, that I don't have the curses on me. You're saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Understand, like, even, man, mental illness also comes from like let's say, for instance, you angry for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Been there.
Just angry. And guess what? I know where you learned it from. You learned it from childhood. A baby don't come out the womb angry. A kid don't come out playing angry. They learned it from somewhere. And then guess what? The person that says the reason why I'm the way I am is because they blame the person around them. It's you. That's the reason why I'm angry. No, it's you. It started back when you was a child. It's something that you haven't really examined. And you wonder why you can't get along with nobody. And it is everybody else. It's everybody else's fault. It's never your fault. Why is not your fault? Because you have not accepted it. You have not accepted it. Man, like I don't even want to put family out there like that, but I just want to say I know somebody that I understand. You know what? I'm not. I just know somebody that I didn't understand the way he was when I was growing up. But until I got older, I understood why he is the way he is. And when I understood that, that made me care more about him. That's the reason why you lash out like that. Because you didn't have that figure in your life. And so I know why you drink like that. Rather, I know it don't mean that's a good thing, but I get it. Because you're drinking your problems away. But your problems keep appearing. And then you wonder why you can't get along with nobody. You wonder why you say things out the brim of your mouth. So guess what? When I think about like me, thank God I've got a whole lot better anger issues. I know where I got that from. I know where it came from where I was from. I got that. I understand it. So you have to also humble yourself, and you got to have grace on the next brother or sister when they're going through these things. Just because you don't go through it doesn't mean that you are above them. This is where you can help. This is why I like to put myself out there. I don't care. I don't care what nobody think of. You're tripping. But in a certain degree, I do care what people think when you discredit my name. That's what I do care. That's where all that anger comes from. As a child, you discredit my name. You know what we say in the hood? Man, I would die for my respect. We would die for respect. And that's the crazy thing of the thought process. I would leave this earth, take my life, leave my family for respect. And you got to understand that's mental illness. I felt that. I didn't think that.
God, times 10.
Like you, man, now in this truth, you gotta learn how to bite your tongue. You gotta learn how to bite your tongue. When we go out there and street teaching, man, it been times like I'm probably the only one in the group at the beginning of the time was not learning how to accept anger from another brother. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready. Hey, passing the mic to the brother. Hey, you throw the bike down. Hey, I remember that when I was growing up. You riding your bike and you stop, you throw the bike down, you start walking away. Oh, we about to fight. That's what that thing when I was growing up. So I reacted. We going, oh, okay, But thank God it didn't go that way, right? All praises. But I had to really examine that because I thought about it. Oh, Micah Allah. We go around the street teaching, boom, something crazy go off. Just because I couldn't shut my mouth, then something happened and someone starts spraying. And then one of them hit them but try to hit me, then guess who I got to talk to? I got to talk to their wives. And I got to live with that. So I already jumped the gun with saying, you know what? I'm not about to do that. What I'm going to do if I feel like I can't handle the heat, I'm going to pass the mic to another brother and let the brother deal with him. That's what works for me. Rather if it's the right thing or not, but that's what it works for me. Why? Because I love my brothers. I want them to go home to see another day to their family as well as myself. And I love my people. So if I'm going to be in this truth, I got to also show restraints. Got to learn that. Right? But I'm a whole lot better. All praise to the Most High. But go ahead, verse 7.
Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
He care about you. He care about what you're going through. The Most High ignores you when you ignore your problems. The Most High ignores you when you ignore your problems because you think you can figure it all out. You become your own God when you don't cast your cares to the Most High and say, I got it. You become your own God when the Most High send a gentleman or a woman to say, I got you. And you say, no, I'm good. I don't need you. I got this. Now you just rejected the hands of the Most High. Take the help, especially when you know it's an overload. Sometimes we know it's an overload, and then we be angry at the person because they not doing nothing, but they ask for your help, but you still mad because they see me over here working. They just gonna sit there and watch me. But they ask for help, and then you mad because you told them no. Then now you think it's their fault because they just didn't think to do it. That's your issue. That ain't their issue. Man. All right, man. Let me get 2 Timothy, man. I'm almost done. Get 2 Timothy. Matter of fact, let me show this video. Let me show 3 of these videos real quick where I'm going. I'm going to show you this is where it starts from right here.
Hold on, ain't no sound.
You said what?
No sound.
It's no sound?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see if I do this. Give me 1 second. Ask the group if you look. Can you see the chat?
Yeah.
Ask the chat if they can hear the sound real quick. I mean, see if the chat. Do y'all hear the sound when this is playing or not? And just type 1 if you don't hear it. They hear anything, Debak? They say anything?
No sound.
Okay, con. All right, so let me see.
I was gonna say just stop sharing and then share again, and then there should be a little audio button at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, got you. All right, stop the screen, and then go back and share it, and then turn that audio off.
Yeah, hit the. It should say like audio. Make sure it's green. I think it should be green or something.
It say also share tab audio.
Yep, hit that.
So that has to be on?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. So what I'm gonna do this one thing right here. So I'm gonna share it. I'm not gonna share the whole entire screen. I'm gonna control it with the Chrome. All right, so let me share that. You can see my screen, right?
Okay.
All right, so tell me if is the audio
Hawaiians really active like that? Watch Hiring wines validate each other's careers.
What's your name? What's your name? Yeah, damn, y'all show just upped on us, fuck. Why y'all just upped on us, G? We don't trust but cause.
Look at that. That's right there, the beginning of mental illness. This is why the Bible said, Deuteronomy 28 is going to be cursed in the city. You see these young boys, they're naming their names after Chicago rappers, knowing that they kill people and they talk about it in their lyrics. And that's who this is their hero. And he just saying, this little boy looked like he about 7 or 8 years old, talking about he don't trust black cars with a little toy gun. So that's where it starts. Think about in the next 5 years, he gonna have a real boy if he don't get checked by an adult and tell him this is wrong. Guess what? The adult that's filming it or could be filming it, you hear the voice of like it's funny, like you're giving them praises to do these things. This is mental illness. When we don't think there's nothing wrong with that, that's mentally ill. When we glorify these things, that's mentally ill. I know a brother that I talked to that been in gangs, that was in a gang that got something, a tattoo written on his back. He hates it. Me and him had constant conversations about it. And yes, it's words of encouragement I want to get that brother. It's words of encouragement that we talk about. Because I know the brother mind is in the right spot. I know the brother mind is not all about, I want to go back to that world. And guess what? That can be worked on because the Most High said that if you acknowledge your affliction, then he will acknowledge you. Quit making it seem like because you in the truth that you don't have no problems. No, you got all major problems.
You got more problems now. For real.
All right, let me get another video. Watch this video. All right, let me share it to my screen real quick. Let me get rid of this one. No, that one didn't do good. This one. Now,
you got to do it again.
I got to share my screen. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Man, I'm just going to bring this. I think it was 3, but I accidentally exit one out, but it's all good. Can you see my video? Can you see my screen?
Okay.
All right, so this right here, this is a young man. He's a grown man. I'll just say that, but he's still young. He's from Chicago, but he's in Florida. Now, we're going to watch this a little bit real quick.
Well, you got to remember, I got a big...
Hold on.
Well, you got to remember, I got a big...
A robbery attempt is nipped in the bud when an armed man finds himself up against a convenience store worker with his own weapon.
Yeah. What's it back? All right, I'm coming. What's it back?
It happened on September 9th in Pensacola, Florida.
He just walk in there real calm and easy, man. He don't even have a mask on. Like, these kids is different. They walk in there, you got a big old gun, assault rifle on you. I don't know if it's assault, look like a shot. No, that's assault. The shot of you wouldn't be that long barrel like that. He got an assault rifle on him, and he walking in the store because why? From his environment in Chicago, that's what they do. So he's thinking, this is how I can do it in Florida too.
The Escambia County Sheriff's Office released this security video saying the suspect, 32-year-old Rakeem Stephen Tate, turned a bad decision into a worse decision when he entered the store armed. Security footage shows Tate walking inside carrying a gun under his right arm. He walks around the store before speaking with someone who is off camera.
I don't mean no harm. I'm just not from around here. Well, you got to remember, I got a big gun, but I'm not from around here is what I'm saying. I'm from Chicago, bro.
Escambia County officials say the clerk noticed Tate was armed before he entered the store and ran to the back room.
And see, and this is why we give enough feedback for Esau and them to try to take our weapons away. Because we do stuff like that, and then guess what? We're so lost believing in their American program system that we give our guns away and we become unarmed. When it's time for them to come and attack, we got nothing to back us up. And some of us, I'm gonna tell you what's another mental crazy thing. A lot of us right now, we thinking that it's wrong to protect ourselves, and we say the Most High gonna protect me. That's foolish to think that. And the right thing, in a way of saying that we know that He will, but also He gave us wisdom. Don't think that you can go into a dangerous place and the Most High is just gonna fight for you, and you don't put in that action or the work. You know what I'm saying? What it would say, faith without works is dead. You think you about to just go in and a dude that just got a gun and he's about to means business in your house, and if you don't have what he wants to take from you, you don't think it's a good chance he's gonna pull that trigger? Or you gonna say, man, I'm good, I don't need a gun, the Most High got me. Man, we're not living in those days or times where people will have that mindset. Especially these young brothers, man, they ready to take your life out just to have a badge of honor and just to brag on it and sleep well, like nothing happened. That's mental illness.
To arm himself with his personal weapon.
I see you. What's that?
After leaving the store, Tate was charged with openly carrying a prohibited weapon and attempted robbery with a firearm. Officials with the Escambia County Sheriff.
I'm going to leave it right there because nothing happened. It just shows that the young man walked in because he has that Chicago mentality. Where he learned that from? From the environment. That's mental, what they created for our neighborhoods to be walking like that. This is another setup to make us more crazier. Right now, he don't think he's crazy. He's thinking like, I'm protecting myself with a big gun on the side of his hip. But why would you walk in a convenience store like that? That's Deuteronomy 28:28. Smite with madness. Right? So let me clean that off. All right. So now give me Proverbs 16. No. Give me 2 Timothy. That's what I wanted. I wanted 2 Timothy 1:7.
It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1, and verse number 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind.
Right, man. So God didn't tell you to hide your thoughts away from your brother or your leaders. And I'm not telling you to be open to talk to whoever. But I am telling you that at least reach out to talk to somebody that you can trust, that has a sound mind and has the spirit of the Most High. Because that's how let me make it clear. Do you think that the Most High is really going to come to you face to face and have a meeting with you? Like, for real. Or is it the Most High? He's going to utilize his servants to give you the answer you need. And that's why it trips me out. Why this is another mental deception and mental illness when you got people that pick and choose who they want to listen to teach. That's crazy. I'm going to tell you why it's crazy. Especially if you know the brother is teaching from a good place from the Bible. Rather if you agree with some things or rather you disagree with certain things. But you make it your business where you say, I don't want to listen to that person because I don't like the way that person teach. He's boring. He don't know what he talk about. He just be saying stuff. Whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop. But you may have prayed for something and asked the Most High, please answer my prayers to give me an example what I need to do. And the Most High will use somebody else to give you that message, and you refuse to listen to him because you said, I don't like the way he teach. So your whole blessing that you were looking to be removed from, you missed the mark because you were looking for a particular person to tell you. Everybody can't tell the next person this or that or give them the best edification. It don't work like that. the Most High knows who he can use to open your mind and see things different. I'm trying to tell you, I'm using Sister Malika for instance because she opened my mind. I didn't have to wait for the brother Debak to come with a lesson and be like, you know what, I don't think he's going to tell me. I'm going to wait for Debak to tell me. I ain't going to listen to nobody else until Debak tell me it through his teacher. I'm not going to listen to Micah Allah from Colorado unless he teaching. I'm not going to listen to Yashawan if he's teaching. I'm not going to listen to Elder Karab if he's teaching, or Brother Pelaya, or Brother Ara unless they're teaching, or Priest Dan. No, I'm going to listen to these classes because guess what? If some things in these classes you may not think is meant for you, but it is for you. And you missed the whole mark. So guess what? Since your mind is set that I don't want to listen to that brother or whoever, then you miss your blessing. So guess what? Because you have not acknowledged your offense and you want the Most High to do it your way, you're trying to control the narrative with him. I want it done this way, and if it ain't done this way, it just ain't my time. You don't know. Most High can use your own child to give you the answer, and you say, I don't even want to listen to him because you're too young. You don't know life. You don't know what I've been through. Don't make sense. Right? All right, so let me get Proverbs 16 and 11. Right? Because this is what we got to do. When we're going through these situations, man, we got to decipher these situations and know what we need to do, right? So are we going to go through problems and issues? Are we going to still deal with problems in our lives in the past? Absolutely, yes. But guess what we got to do? Read 16 and 11.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 11. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work.
All your problems is his work, not your work. It's his work. All you got to do is weigh it and balance it. How you do that? You see the situation. This is what I'm learning. So I'm not going to talk like I got the best advice. I'm still learning it. And if people got more advice to give me, I'm willing to take more because I want to overcome this situation. I mean that. Because if I constantly use my anxious, I'm going to keep getting dizzy. I'm at a point where in my life right now, the Most High said, if you keep this up, you're going to keep being dizzy. But if you acknowledge it and know to relax, you don't have to worry about it. You know? So everything got to be weighed out. And then you got to balance it out. So what you got to do, this is what I learned from this scripture. I learned that I weigh my options. And then I balance it to know like, all right, Most High, I'm going to let this go to you. I have to balance it out because I already got the weight. So guess what? When I send all that weight to him, all the weights of the bag is his work now. I ain't got to do nothing but just have faith. But I still got to show up. This is why I force myself to do the class because I got to do something. I feel like I'm not doing enough for the Most High. I just got to. Because why? I want to show the Most High to do my works. I just don't want to have faith. Lord, hey, Lord, it's going to get paid by itself. Just going to believe. No, let me do something. You know that I'm able and what I'm not able to do. So guess what? At least, rather if it's a 10 minutes or whatever, let me do a lesson. Let me do something. Let me be active to your work. And if I feel wrong and I feel dizzy, then guess what? I'm going to hold on to it. And thank God I ain't been dizzy. I've been all right now.
I don't know, all praise.
Been all right. And that's the Most High. That's giving me the strength to do it. But I know. It ain't been good for me. I've been good and I've been having my bad day, especially Thursday. I had my bad day. Had a really bad day Thursday. But guess what, man? That was something to be tested. Was I going to do it? I willed myself. So I just made myself relax the whole entire Thursday so I can do this because I want to do the work of the Most High. That's all I care about right now is my family, my body of LOI, and the Most High work. That's all I care about right now, right? And I love my family, of course, my mom and dad and all that, etc., whether they're in the truth or not. I still love them. But right now, this is all that matters. This is all I have. This is my therapeutic. I'm just releasing a lot of things I've been holding in. I feel better. This is stress release for me. All right. Now, I'm about to get this last scripture. I'm going to show who else dealt with mental illness right here in this portion. Give me Matthew 26. And I want you to start at verse 36.
All right. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse number 36.
So when you think that you don't have mental illness, then you explain our big brother that died for our sins. You tell me when that time was to come, what was he dealing with? All right, start at 36.
It says, then Jesus with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith he unto them, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death.
Whoa, hold on. He said his soul is exceeding sorrowful. Man, he going through a lot. Go ahead.
Even unto death, tarry ye here and watch with me.
Right. So guess what? He didn't go by himself feeling the way he felt. He didn't get caught up in the Roman or the American program system where it says, be a man, chuck it up. Don't cry about it. Don't tell nobody about it. Just go handle it yourself. Guess what he said? I need my boys to roll with me.
Mm-hmm.
I need my fellas to roll with me. Right? That's what we supposed to be doing. Not I'm going to keep it away from my homeboys and then step out and be like, oh, praise to the Most High. I'm all good, man. I'm all smooth. Acting like everything good, but everything is jacked up inside. Continue, bro.
Then he said, Slacky, verse 39, and he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt.
Right, man. Hey, let your will be done, but I really don't want this to happen. Why? Because he understood what the beating he was about to take. Don't nobody rush for a beating, man. I'm about to rush to go get beat up or get beat up and stabbed on. Ain't nobody rushing like that. That already brings a thought in your mind like, hey, man, I gotta defend myself. But in this situation, like, I gotta just allow it to happen because this is my Father's will. So if when you know you can't fight back and you got to take that beating, you don't think that your mind is going crazy? And he's showing you an example of himself, that he had the power to remove all these things. And he was taking on a mental illness. And what he did with the mental illness, he didn't hold on to it. He shared it with his brothers and he gave it to the Father. All right, go ahead.
And he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep, and said unto Peter, what? Could ye not watch with me 1 hour?
Mm-hmm.
Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
That flesh is prideful like a mug. That flesh just want to hold everything in. Why? Because your flesh grew up as a child into the American program. It didn't grow up where we at right now. It didn't grow up into the spirit of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We had to go through things to get to where we at right now. So now since we are where we at, now we still got work within ourselves. All right, go ahead.
He went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done.
Mm-hmm.
And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words.
Continue to pray. When you're going through these things, may not happen right away or immediately. You seeing Yahweh Shai is giving us an example. Continue to pray. What is it? Isaiah 62:7. Give them no rest. Okay. Like you don't give the most. I know. Go ahead.
And I was gonna say, in Thessalonians, it literally tell that one verse says, "Pray continually."
Come. You just don't stop just because it was said, and then the Most High just said, "Okay, I got you." No, continue to do it, right? Because this is Yahweh Shai showing, like, he could have did it. He did it for that 1 hour, and then he could have just said, "I'm done." But no, he went back and said the same thing. Why? Because he wanted this not to happen, but he knew he had to do it because this was his purpose. And guess what? When I look at my situation, I look at it, that's part of my purpose of life. I was here to share not my idea, Salakia, to share my situation with everybody because this was the Most High will. I never could think this was going to happen to me in a million years. You could never tell me that. I'm healthy as a hardcore rock, man. That's how I feel. Healthy as clean water. That's how I feel. But guess what? When you carry stuff that you don't realize you're carrying, the inside of that rock or whatever, and when you break it, it's a bunch of dirt. You got a lot of dirty things that's going on in your mind, and you don't realize it. I don't care how much and how available you are in this truth. You are battling through things, and the best way to do is to take a day at a time. I'm taking everybody advice that told me, hey, just take a day at a time. Because you know what? The advice you're telling me is so right. Take a day at a time. Because if I don't do it, then I get those dizzy spells and headaches. I get the tingling in my hands and my feet. You know what I'm saying? Warning shot. But I got to do what the son did. Pray to the Father. All right, go ahead. Read the last verse. What you got? 45? Was it 45, right?
Yep.
Yep, read the last verse.
Then cometh he to his disciples and saith unto them, sleep on now and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hand of sinners.
Right. So we want to get that Son of Man what they were talking about as Judas, right? The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. So like I said that wrong. The Son of Man is Yahweh Shai, but the betrayer was Judas. So understand that we're battling with our inner Judas with mental illness, because you have to be very crazy to go ahead and backstab the Son of God, and you've seen all the miracles he did, and you refuse to bow down and accept who he is. And that's the same thing. You have to accept what your situation is, and you got to release that Judas spirit out of you, because that Judas spirit looks just like you, and it's really who you are, because you never took the time to examine your whole life to know that, hey, I got issues. So right there, I just want to put that there, close it out right there. But I do want to go ahead and tell all my brothers and sisters, I want to give them their flowers, man. Because as Israel, we wait until the last minute to be like, you know what, man, I wish I could have told the brother I loved him, or I wish I could have told the brother that how much they meant to me. I wish I could have told the sister this and that. We need to start doing that often. Why? Because don't think that you waiting to get to the judgment seat for Yahweh Shai or Yahweh to tell something about you. Like, we're waiting for, like, I wonder what the Most High really thinks about me. Well, he tells you right there in your face when he brings people around you, rather if you're being wicked or you're not. If you're going through things, he's going to tell you, like, hey, keep on praying, keep on fighting. That, and especially if it's a righteous brother or sister, that's the Most High talking to you through them. You don't got to wait and see if the Most High going to talk to you on the day of judgment to tell you how he looked at you. He examining you right now by using people. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, guess what? You're going to get what you're supposed to hear, but that doesn't mean you stop. You continue to go. So first and foremost, man, I want to first give out to the elders first. I want to stay with priests and elders Ahab, whether they listen to this or not, but it's just going out there. I'm just going to tell them, hey, I appreciate them for being who they are. Appreciate them for go ahead and come in the call and check on me. You guys didn't even have to do that. And I wasn't even looking for a call from y'all at all. I was just really trying to get my mind right, just trying to figure out what's happening. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all continue to do what y'all doing, right? Going back, I got to get back to my my Tuesday brothers, right? My Tuesday brothers, Ara, Pelaya. Give y'all shout outs, man. It's a blessing to be around the elders, you know, to sit at the table, just to listen and just to be a part, to be a help into the teaching with them. Going to the Wednesday, right? Going back to, Thursday, the brother Micah Aller from out there in Colorado. You know, we have counselors conversations. A brother always encouraging. We kind of have our own things of thinking the same about stuff, and we may learn from one another, pick each other brain, and be like, boom, that's a blessing of it all, right? All LOI. I just want to give everybody a shout out to LOI. But I've got to get back to my hometown, my boys in Detroit, man, my brothers. Man, I love y'all brothers, man. I really do, man. I really do. When I say I do anything for y'all, man, I really would do anything for y'all, man. That's real talk. I mean that. And the sisters too, I mean that. I mean that. I mean that with all my heart. I mean that. I may not have to show it any kind of way, but I know in my mind what I would do. Y'all everything to me, man. Y'all really are, man, because this if I never met the brother Debak, I would have never been in a situation where I'm at right now. When I left, my brother Elgin left me to go back home with the Most High. The Most High had this already set up. He already had this set up. For me to meet that brother in the Walmart, to go ahead and learn to be with another group of people, to remove that this is my side of, I want to stay over here, to learn and to be around other members. And get the chance to get to know the brother and find out how wise the brother became. I've seen the brother grow. I've seen that brother grow. I've seen my man Shema Shawan all day. My man Shema Shawan, man, been with me way before I met the brother Debak, man. That's my cousin, man. Man, I seen that brother grow, man. He was with me from the day. Him and my cousin Danielle, they was with me. Me and my wife and Danielle and Shema Shawan, they were with me. And we went through a lot, man, then it's truth trying to get this thing right. We were so militant in the laws, man, that it can be called over-righteous, however, but that's how we grew up. We grew up very militant to the law because that's how we was taught, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. I got always love for that brother, man. That's my family, from spiritual and physical. And it comes down to the brother Yashawan, the brother coming. I'm seeing the brothers growing. I see the brother willing, man, to help, making it easy, man. Making it easy for all of us, man. You know, take a load off sometimes, man. The most I understand, like, sometimes you guys need a break. You had his brother step in and do what he need to do. You got the brother Issachar, man. The brother Issachar, man, we came around, just felt like he always been with us, man. The brother, just a big help of organizing things, man. And what he say, he makes so much sense. No matter, he can put you in your place, whether if you like it or not. You can look at him like, nah. The brother, he got a nice zeal and he got a nice tense moment. Man, he don't call it the IT twins. I love that brother, man. Hey, even the brother not here right now, but man, I learned the brother to come, man. Brother, he's not saying he's not with us. He just been absent for a period of time, but I still got love for that brother, man. That brother is a very wise brother. That brother helps. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be in LOI. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, man. And the elder, man, Elder Ariala, man, I love that man. I really love that man. I love that man. I really do, man. I love his faith. I love everything about him. I love that you don't even have to. You just check on me, just to check on me, man. I'm supposed to be checking on him. You be checking on me. Thank God for that brother, man. We got an elder, man, that put us in line when we out of line, man. And we thought we were about to lose that, man. That was going to be another ripping out of my chest, because we already lost two lovely brothers, man. My man Elgin, brother Dave, and then it would have been him, and then brother Walker. Man, that's been a lot, man. Sitting here, man, sitting in this house, man, just sitting there just thinking about things, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. The sisters, man, y'all so great. I'm glad to be around y'all. And I'm gonna give out to Sister Tahara. I'm gonna call you out because I didn't you called my wife, you checked on my wife, you was there. I don't even have many words to say. I didn't expect that. You came out of nowhere, helped me out. I didn't ask for nothing. You just helped my household out. I didn't ask for none of this stuff. I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm just trying to get better. I'm still trying to get better. I don't like it, but I got to deal with it. And I give glory to the Most High because whatever thing is going to break me is just going to make me stronger. That's all. That's all it's going to do. It's going to make me stronger. And I'm going to overcome this through the help of the Most High. And I just ask y'all to please pray for me as well as I pray for y'all. Because, man, this stuff ain't for the weak, man. This ain't for the weak. This ain't for the weak, man. You got to be strong in this truth, man. You got to be strong. And I ain't laying down like no sucker at all, man. I never was a sucker in the world, so I ain't gonna be no sucker in this truth. If I gotta leave my life just because I don't feel well, I want to be well done, my faithful servant. That's all I want to hear if I make it. That's all I want to hear. If I gotta do that, I do it. But other than that, man, I love all y'all brothers, man. I got history with y'all. There's nothing that can change that. I got history is written. No matter where we go, if I'm there or there, I can't never say I don't know them brothers. I got history with them brothers, man. I'm a rock with them brothers, and just to be with LOI, man, it's a blessing, man. Because I was against camps. I didn't want to be in no camp. But it's the best thing that I ever done, man. All praises to the brother Belay in this household. What they done, man. They didn't ask for none of this stuff, man. I'm still trying to make it to see when I'm gonna get back to work. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I gotta take a day at a time. I'm so used to doing what I gotta do. I gotta take a day at a time. And thank God for my wife, man. My wife been everything to me this whole entire time. And there's things I may not want to tell her, but I make sure I be honest with her because I don't want nothing to affect her. But thanks, she been so strong this whole situation, man. That's my wife, man. I would do anything for her, man. I'd do anything for y'all brothers in LOI, period, man. I hate the fact that this happened, but guess what, man? It's what it is. It is what it is, man. It's going to be what it's going to be. And thank God for a brother like Ara I can talk to as a mentor that can talk to me, give me wisdom, that been in this game for almost 30-something years. It's a blessing to have elders, man. Utilize your elders, man, in this camp, man. Utilize these brothers. Man. And utilize Pelaya. Utilize Kanai if y'all know the brother like that. Pray for that brother, man, what he going through, man. That made me think I hope he wasn't going through what I went through. Man, I love Israel, man. I do this for the Most High, man. And I'm only going to get better at this, man, because the Most High going to allow me, man. And this is hold back tears, man. I didn't even cry one time when I was in this situation, man. This is the Most High allow me to let it out, man. I didn't expect this to happen, man. I didn't expect none of this to happen, but guess what? The Most High allowed me to let it out. But again, part of the lesson, man, real men cry. Yahweh Shai cried. Real men don't hold back tears, man. They don't make you weak, man. That's what they tell us in the community. That's the American program, man. We done with that stuff, man. If you got to cry, man, let it be, man. Just let it be, man. Why? Because you're releasing all that toxins of hurt and that trauma that you've been dealing with all your whole life, and you think it's all cool to have a hard heart, and all that's going to do is end up putting you in the grave quicker than before you know it. So I land there, brother, man. You got anything, man? I hope I ain't forget anybody, man. Hold on. Pray up to the brother Sogan. Also, we see you when you see you, brother. I understand. But we'll see you when we see you, man. I hope I ain't forgetting nobody else, man.
Okay. Man, I just got one script. Psalms 41.
God. Let me open up the,
Just want to bring this out, man. This it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? This specifically for you, brother. Psalms 41. I want it in the NIV. Pull up the NIV.
God.
Verse 1 through 3.
God. Blessed are those, Salakia. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 41, verse 1. Blessed are those who have regard for the weak. The Lord delivers them in times of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord protects and preserves them. They are counted among the blessed in the land. He does not give them over to the desire of their foes.
Go ahead.
The Lord sustains them on their sick bed and restores them from their bed of illness.
All right, so this is what the Most High is doing for you right now. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the Most High is doing for the nation. You know what I'm saying? He's going to restore us, man. He's going to restore us to our rightful place. Like it says in Revelation, there's going to be no more tears. There's no more pain. You know what I'm saying? No more nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be in our rightful place with the rightful knowledge, ruling how we're supposed to rule.
God.
Until then, hey, we got to go through these things. And again, read verse 4.
God. Verse 4. I said, I have mercy on me. Lord, heal me, for I have sinned against you.
All right, so we got to, like you say, humble down. You know what I'm saying? Let the Most High know, hey, we sinned against you. Call out your sins, right? Call out your sins. Let the Most High know. He already knows, but let him know that you're acknowledging that. You know what I'm saying? And let your brothers and sisters know what you deal with. You hold on to stuff, we seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? All kind of crazy scandals start to come out because you want to hold on to things. Let that stuff out. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all praises for you, man, for definitely doing this, man. This is definitely heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding back my tears. I'm not gonna let them out. I ain't gonna let them out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, hey, I'm just gonna hold them back because at this present moment, Most High used you to bring this out. You know what I'm saying? So this is about Israel in general, but it's also about you, bro. So hey, I'm glad you still here with us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I would have did if, you know what I'm saying, Lord forbid anything, worse happened. I don't know what I would have did. You know what I'm saying? So all praise you still here.
Praise.
All praise to the Most High, man. Hey, to Wab lesson, you know what I'm saying? Especially because it's a life lesson, right? It's not just a Bible lesson. This is literally a life lesson. So, hey, all praise to the Most High that you're willing to share, because a lot of people won't do that. So a lot of people not hopping on camera to, shed tears and, to let people know what they've been dealing with, because they want to look a particular way in the sight of man, right? Damn what man feel. It's all about the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You damn sure help me out, and I'm for sure it's going to help other brothers and sisters out as well. Right. I'll land there.
God, all praises, man. That's what it's about, man. Israel sticking to one another, man. Rather we from LOY or another camp, man. We all sticking together. We all got this. Like everybody always say in the scripture say, we got next. All right, so let me bring out the announcement real quick. Well, you can go ahead. You can bring it out, brothers. Let me get my stuff back. You can put out the thing and everything, bro.
I got you. So again, if you want to get in contact with us, you got the ticker at the bottom, right? We got a new phone number. Again, just recently updated it last week. So you can definitely reach out through the phone number or through the email. Definitely, let me pull out. Should have had that ready, Salaki. Right. Pull this up, right? We literally have Priest has the Academy. right? It's getting closer and closer to that date. So if you haven't, right, hit that email, join LOY149@gmail.com to, be a part of the Future Leaders Academy. Where we definitely, Priest definitely going into the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Definitely learning more about Paul's letters, where all of us struggle at. Even at times where we probably talking amongst each other, we might maybe misquote or misunderstand something. So all of that stuff is going to be in that academy. You know what I'm saying? So we encourage brothers and sisters to join. What else we got? I don't see it on here. Maybe my eyes is broke right now. I don't see it, but I'm gonna just mention it anyway. We also got Passover. Right. Of course, if you're a part of the body, you automatically counted for. If not, what's the email? You remember the email for that?
LOI. You mean join LOI? Is it which
No,
one?
not for the for Passover.
Passover. Put up the one and it should be the ticker for LOI. Period. Like remove the Detroit ticker, unless you want me to do it.
It's right there.
Okay.
I don't know if it's there though. I don't think it's there. Right, Salakia for that, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
If anybody know the password, can you please put it in the chat real quick so we can get it out? If you don't do it, then it's okay.
Okay.
For the password.
Yeah, the Passover. Well, we got the Passover again coming up. So definitely, I know Priest definitely gonna touch on it tomorrow. So y'all definitely tune in. Right, Feast of Dedication lesson tomorrow. We got Feast of Dedication literally tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? And this is a perfect kickoff. You know what I'm saying? This is a pregame warm up to Feast of Dedication, because we need to dedicate ourselves, man. We got to dedicate ourselves. You know what I'm saying, to each other. You know what I'm saying? We got to dedicate ourselves to our family, to the Most High first and foremost, right? Through Yahweh Shah, we got to dedicate ourselves to these laws, statutes, and commandments and live in the right way. You know what I'm saying? The best we can. Be the best you that you can be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to land there. You got anything else for you? We close out, get out of here?
No, we ended up, man. Just pray for one another. That's all. Pray for one another, man. And we got next, man. And all praise to the Most High, man. And whatever you're going through, man, count it all joy, like the scriptures say, man. Don't let it hinder you. But it also, man, talk to a brother, talk to your sister, man. Don't hold nothing in, because right now we all struggling. We all can sit at a long, great big table and we can all talk about our issues. And we can all figure out and relate to anything. That's why these other nations cannot sit at the same table as us, because they can't relate to us. So, Shalom.
Hey, Salakia, one more thing, because I do want to announce this to everybody, man. If y'all want any banners, right? Y'all know that the banner in my gala background, Sister Anya did. Y'all seen the one, the Passover before. Shout out to the sister. I'm gonna move my head. It's kind of, I gotta hang it right, gotta get it right. Right, she made a Feast of Dedication banner for us. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that sister. Y'all need banners. Hey, definitely hit up Sister Anya. That's the brother Yashawan's wife. Hey, she cold with it. So hey,
cold with it, super cold with it, man. We love our sisters out here in Detroit and everybody else in LOI. All these sisters out here, man. We love y'all all.
But that's it.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Gang or no gang?
Are you impure, visual through tripping? It's a miracle I ensure, spiritual nutrition. Don't need a watch, but time, I'm so ahead of mine. A righteous man falls 7 times, but the highest mountain you better climb. You better get up, man of God. I know it seems hard and you can't land a job. It's either daytime or Suge Knight here. Even on death row, we gotta fight the good fight here. We inhale and I know life be lifing, toxic relationships. You and wife be fighting, kids hear it. Praying to God in his spirit, in the name of his son, spear to his ribs, pierce it. Israelites in shambles, how did we get here? Look in your house and ask, how many demons live here? We need a Porsche so we can shift gears and get back to bringing the fish near. I swear we need some new changes this year. Some elders sat back and watched it happen like a screenplay, didn't want to stop the action. Things went public, y'all been mourning for weeks. They want me to warn the wolf instead of warning the sheep. We acting like thug goons, you gonna get put in the mud soon. Passover and we just had a blood moon. It's like we love doom, the way we bring other people down with us, even if they was always down with us. I got a ghost rider, Holy Spirit right for me. I didn't have to battle cause the Father fight for me. Maybe I'm the Lord's anointed cause my choice appointed. Probably thought I failed by now so they disappointed. Or maybe I don't make it cause the mark of the beast I won't take it. Authentic and I won't fake it. I love my haters, but if you put your hand out, I won't shake it. Nigga, I'm probably gonna break it. I swear the Israelites are getting worse than the churches, homie. The ones doing the work will be the first to put curses on me. Don't want my baby will, they want a hex or a crazy spell. Got guardian angels, I think it's Michael or Gabriel. I speak in the thunders, you stare and wonder, my voice is light. I'm shining like diamonds, I see your ice and it's moist nights. 1,000-page book, I can write all the shit I gone through. Got some dogs in the world, I'll come and get you. I sick them on you, controlling the sheep cause you know they weakness is sorcery. Hard to separate the real from the fake, lot of forgery. You say the Lord's name, you want something, he not a genie. I'm in the third heaven, hearing lessons, you gotta see me. It's World War III, Magog, it's Vladimir. Waiting to see the missiles blaze off in the stratosphere. The elect get the victory and I'm cheering through the crowd. My prayers be going through layers, they piercing through the clouds. God doing miracles today and I'm living proof. Snake niggas trying to get me to eat the forbidden fruit. Ain't moving off the corner till we done, better call a sheriff. No hope for my people, they tried to give us Kamala Harris. Heavenly Father, they wearing fringes but breaking the law. Phone out of service, don't even think about making the call. Message to the nation, I don't care who feeling me. I'm praying that everybody they pray for humility.
You know, I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody's going to clean it up.